Going into Cowboys camp, the wide receiver room was a concern for me. A lot of people just seem to gloss over the fact that a 2022 third-round pick and a seventh-round pick from 2023 were essentially competing for the wide receiver 3 job at camp. Two guys with less than 35 NFL catches combined were going to be playing a lot of snaps for the offense this year. I was concerned, but now I have to say I get less and less worried with every day that passes because of what Jaylen Tolbert has been able to do at camp. And I'm not the only one that's impressed. Dak Prescott had an awesome quote, and the trust with Mike McCarthy as the play caller seems to grow every day. Tolbert might just be on the brink of a breakout season in 2024. Let's get into the video. When the Cowboys drafted Jaylen Tolbert back in 2022, I was excited about his potential coming out of South Alabama. His blend of size and speed were certainly intriguing. In college, he showed that he could be a dynamic receiver close to the line of scrimmage. He had the quick twitch and explosiveness to gain separation, while also having the long speed to pull away from defenders and make plays downfield. But that Jaylen Tolbert hype soon fell silent because of his lackluster rookie season and somewhat quiet sophomore season. But now, we are back on the Jaylen Tolbert hype train. Maybe. Before you say that I'm hyping up Tolbert, he hasn't proven anything, it's just practice, I want to say, we haven't seen this from Tolbert ever. Sure, we saw him take a step forward last year during camp. We saw him take a step forward during the 2023 season as well. But now it just feels different for him. Not only has he taken a step forward, he has taken a giant leap forward based on what we've seen in practice so far. Tolbert started out camp very strong with an acrobatic catch that obviously caught all of our attention. But since that catch, it's only continued to get better and better every single practice. And with these young guys fighting for playing time or just fighting to stay on the roster, we've talked about how training camp is all about stacking those days. Keep showing up, keep making plays. Someone having a good camp is not just based on if they make a splash play here and there. It's about the consistency, day over day, and constantly hearing about that guy from people that are at practice. And that's exactly what Jaylen Tolbert has done so far. In one of Dak's best practices, Prescott threw 9 total touchdown passes. Jaylen Tolbert caught 3 of those touchdowns, the most of any receiver or tight end on the team. Dak just continued to find Tolbert over and over again throughout practice. And obviously, Dak has been pretty impressed with what Tolbert has done so far. But before we talk about the Dak Prescott quote, really quick, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, BetUS. If you're looking for the best odds for the NFL season, Cowboys futures, live in-game betting, whatever you need, BetUS has you covered. They have huge bonuses, great odds, and fast payouts. Plus, new customers get a 125% sign-up bonus on their first 3 deposits when they use my code DOUBLEMOVE. Deposit $20, get $25 more to play with. The link to sign up is in the description of today's video. Use my code DOUBLEMOVE. Now, let's get back into the video. Prescott spoke about Tolbert at his most recent press conference, saying, "I told him, your role is to go show that you can be a number 1 receiver, at minimal a number 2 receiver." He's approached this camp with that intensity, with that mindset. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but we spent a lot of time together. My trust is super high in him. I trust him with any route, wherever it is, against whoever. Although him and Dak have formed a connection over the past few weeks, over this past offseason, we saw a little sprinkles of it last year, Tolbert's also made plays with Cooper Rush and Trey Lance in at quarterback. It's really been as simple as Tolbert's getting open, the quarterbacks trust him to get open, and they trust him to make a play when they throw him the ball. And I know we continue to talk about it with this wide receiver room because it's such a big deal, but CeeDee Lamb not being there has given Tolbert a chance to really shine. The main thing with him that I've noticed has been the confidence shift. His body language on the field is worlds different than what we saw when he was a rookie and even in 2023. And understandably so. He was a 3rd-round pick. We know that South Alabama isn't known known for just cranking out NFL talent every single year. To add on top of all of that, this was the year that the Cowboys decided to move on from Amari Cooper, and everyone was saying that Tolbert was going to be the wide receiver 2 behind CeeDee Lamb. Not everyone was saying that, but we certainly wanted more out of him, and I think it put the pressure on him right away to perform. So when you put it into context, it took him a little bit to get comfortable with an NFL offense and NFL room, build a relationship with a veteran quarterback. Sometimes it's just as simple as some guys just take a bit longer to really get it in the NFL. And the Cowboys' patience might be paying off in a pretty big way. Now, what does this mean for the wide receiver room? Tolbert is still competing for that wide receiver 3 job behind Lamb and Cooks. Add in Jake Ferguson as a target. Tolbert is likely the 4th option on this team, which is perfect, and I cannot stress this enough. If you have 3 solid wide receivers and a top 10 tight end, in my opinion, you can move the ball. Is it possible down the back stretch of the season that Tolbert overtakes Cooks in targets and potentially becomes your 3rd best option? Maybe. But look at the 2020 season before he got hurt, when he had Amari, Gallup, and Lamb. The offense is usually pretty good. We've also seen what it looks like when you don't have weapons on the outside and you're starting guys like Dennis Houston in week 1. Having Tolbert finally emerge as a legit wide receiver 3 makes this offense better, makes it more dynamic, and for a team that led the league in offense last year, I have to imagine that Tolbert is going to be better than we saw from Michael Gallup last year. I'm really excited about it. I hope that the Cowboys give Tolbert every opportunity in the preseason, let him play with Trey Lance, Cooper Rush, doesn't matter, get him out there on the field. So when the season rolls around, maybe he's a guy that you legitimately trust as a 3rd or 4th option on the team. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I love you all. We are on a roll right now with these training camp videos. It feels so good that football is back. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.